How to maximize your profits at Texas tax deed sales. So Texas is one of the best places, hands down, for tax deed investing. And here's a few reasons why. First off, Texas has 254 counties. It is a gigantic place if you've ever driven across it. From there, the other great benefit that allows you to maximize profits in Texas is the fact that the first Tuesday of every month is when they do their tax deed sales. So this gives you plenty of opportunity to be able to go and hit up auctions versus some of the other tax lien and deed states. They only do their auction one time per year, so you can be waiting a long time in between auctions. So a great benefit of Texas is a lot of the times it can be worth it to actually hop on a plane and travel there if you don't live in Texas. In fact, that's what we do. We hop on the plane, we travel there. It makes sense we have people travel there from Canada, from Australia, because it can be that good. So if you're interested in tax liens and deeds and you want to profit and change your life through this business and not have to go the traditional route of paying full market value or competing in other competitive industries, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It helps the channel. And from there, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on critical tax lien information. So that's why I got the pillow, to help you subscribe. So make sure to go ahead and do that if you like the content. So back to Texas, the other thing that's unique is Texas is what we call a hybrid state. So it is a deed state, but remember, when you buy the deed at the Texas tax deed sale, you can't go ahead and sell it right away. You have to actually wait 6 months before you can sell that property. Now, this is where the term hybrid confuses people, because you have generally tax lien states and then tax deed states. So in a lien state, you get the interest rate, but generally you don't get the property. You just get your interest rate of anywhere between 8 to 36%. Now, most of the time in traditional deed states, the day you get it at the sale is you can go and sell it that day if you wanted to. However, Texas is a bit different. When you win the bid at the auction, you actually have the deed to the property. Now, if there's a renter in it, you can collect rent. You could even put a renter in it if it's vacant, but you just can't sell it during the redemption period. Now, maybe somebody might want to buy it, but when I say can't, who would want to buy a property with a chance of redeeming, right? Very few people. However, the benefit to this is if the homeowner does redeem you, you will get an instant penalty of 25% interest. And if the property's homesteaded, so watch out for homestead exemptions, because that is a 2-year redemption period that can pay up to 50% interest. Now, most of the time, assume you will get the property, okay? So most of the time, remember, you're going to end up with that property. So have that in mind and don't rely on that interest rate, because most of the time you're going to get it. Now, if you really want help with this stuff, I have a free book below. It is a full mini course that shows you how to start. It is below in the description. This is a $100 mini course. Literally give it away for free. There's a link there. These are on demand. It's going to walk you through it literally step by step if you want to do it. So let's talk about maximizing your profits in Texas. So first off, you don't want to spread yourself too thin, and some things to be aware of. Harris County, Houston, Texas, it's a massive sale. And this can get chaotic with all of these auctions going on. So if you can go and survive there, you can survive anywhere. Now, the cool thing about Texas nowadays is, first off, if you live in Texas, you should be finding all of the auctions within a 2-hour radius of what's going on, and for you to be getting familiar with these auctions every single month, because these auctions are happening in your backyard, and it would be foolish not to take advantage of them, because you can buy these properties sometimes dirt cheap, up to 90% below market value. Now, that being said, don't be surprised if you go to some auctions and you see things get bid up to market value, okay? Remember, this is a business of consistency. As long as you go consistently, it's not a matter of if you'll get a good deal, but just a question of when you're gonna get a home run deal in this business. And that is the other thing to think about, is the fact that over the course of a year, if you go to an auction every month, it will average out as far as when you get property. But don't have an expectation that you're gonna go to one auction and hit it out of the park. Now, a lot of people do, and that's awesome, and we love to chat about that. But this is a business of I want to say kind of inconsistencies, because you can't predict. Maybe you have a heavy hitter investor who goes and spends $1 million. But if you keep going, there's always going to be points in the auction where there's going to be a home run deal fall through the cracks. Maybe the heavy bidders have spent their money, maybe they're paying for a property, and boom, you snap it up. And that's why consistency is key at these auctions. So in order for you to maximize these profits, if you live in Texas, find what's in a 2-hour radius. If you're going to do these things remotely, several counties in Texas are now doing online auctions. And that's a good thing for you, because it means you don't have to travel to Texas to do these auctions. And the way to maximize is pick some of the counties that you're interested in. You want to get pictures and photographs of the property. And from there, you want to get pictures from 2 different sources. Now, you can hire an Uber driver. You can put an ad on Craigslist or Facebook. Have somebody go and drive these properties for you and get 2 sets of pictures so that you could compare the 2. From there, you're always going to want to budget, for the most part, a full rehab, because you can't see inside the house. But use your own discretion as far as if the house looks good and there's a nice car in the driveway, the grass is cut, you can bet that that property's probably in better condition on the inside as well. So if it's boarded up, budget for a full rehab, and that could be maybe $70 per square foot. So factor that in before going into the deals. So for you to maximize profits in Texas, that's what I would do. 256 counties, find the ones that are having online auctions. And then from there, every Tuesday, or not every Tuesday, the first Tuesday of every month, know there's an auction coming up. Now, here's a pro tip as well, is remember, human nature leaves things until the last minute, right? Most of us do, I sure do. And you're gonna wanna count on that. And what I mean is, it's not even really worth researching the list like a couple weeks out, because 80% of those properties are gonna redeem anyway. What I would do is maybe a week out, start keeping an eye on it, and then over the weekend, have your guy on the ground or you go do your drive-bys on these property, because then Monday morning you can see what comes off the list, and then you'll have the most updated list. So that's key. Now, if you're going to travel to Texas, make sure you have at least 80 to 100 properties, and that's why I like Harris, because there's so many properties. And that way, Tuesday morning, when people start paying their taxes, if you look at 100 and you're left with 20 or 30, you'll still have plenty to bid on. So don't make that mistake. Overall, there is great money to be made in Texas. Now, don't be soft. You're gonna have to go to a few sales. It's gonna take a bit of time. You're gonna have to put in a bit of elbow grease. Some people, don't compare yourself to others. Some might go to a sale, win right out of the gate. And also, don't listen to people, really, for the most part, at the auction who are trying to, most of the time they don't know what they're talking about. So I highly recommend it. And if you want help, I literally have a free mini course in the description. Tax Deed Investing 101, Tax Lien Investing 101 on demand, transcribed from the old DVDs. And then this book is the best-selling book in the industry. I used to sell it. It's helped a lot of people start. It shows you exactly what to do, what questions to ask, and it is totally free in the description below if you want to transform your life with this business. Make sure to subscribe. Once again, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.